the junior class. Only married lady, old one. But I'm not going to talk about all that tonight. I'm actually going to share some stories with you about me and my dad, if that's okay. So when I was a little girl, believe it or not, I was actually super shy and quiet, like barely spoke above a whisper, super shy and quiet. But my dad was the first one that noticed that if he turned on the radio just loud enough, that I was actually really, really loud. And that I really loved to sing. And I so vividly remember him turning up the radio or the stereo whenever we were in the car or the kitchen, and he would play all the greats like, Whitney, Mariah, Christina, because he wanted me to emulate them to a T. And he made sure that I knew all the top chart Billboard 100s. And so often, that sort of encounter would go a little bit something like this. Imagine I'm in the backseat of my dad's BMW. This is like my music video, but I am so shy. I'll get into it. Turn off the stereo because he just wanted to see how I would react, He thought he was really funny. He still thinks he's really funny. And, that might seem kind of ridiculous or weird or silly to some of you, but truly it gave me such a joy and a love for music and to sing, and I really needed joy and light in my life because my dad wasn't always in my life. I don't want to get too far into it, so in short, my biological mother had an addiction problem, and she didn't want my dad to be a part of my life. And so he said, okay. He was living the bachelor life, doing his thing, until one day my mom called him. And she said, Nate, I messed up. Jordan is in foster care for the second time, and I really need you to save her. Now, my dad could have easily ignored her, hung up the phone, ignored me. But that wasn't really his style. And so after years of hard-fought battles with the California foster care system, he was finally able to take me home. And me, that shy girl, she wasn't really shy. She was just really afraid. But my dad was so gentle with me. There were so many nights where I was riddled with anxiety, having some sort of nightmare. And he would come into my room, crawl into my little pink bed. He would sit with me. He would wait and sing a little song or hum a little something until I felt safe enough to fall asleep again. From the hit musical Waitress, but the thing about my dad though is he's not just gentle, he's also super encouraging. And he saw that despite the hand that I had been dealt in my life, that I was a girl who had a lot of passion and zest for life. And so the very first summer I lived with him, he took me to no other place than theater camp. Thank you. And it was so exciting because I got to sing and dance and act all day, and it was just exhilarating to me. Looking back, I don't think it was anything of grandiose or high caliber, but it changed my life, truly. And the trajectory of it forever. I mean, look at me now, right? The thing about that camp, for me, is it was the first time in my life that I felt no fear. That all I felt was hope and joy and excitement. You know, it felt like I had been in the dark for so long. Finally, somebody turned on the light. If it weren't for my dad and his love for me and the sacrifices he made for me, I don't know how long I would have been lost in the dark trying to find the light. I don't see a miracle shining from the sky. I'm no good.